In this episode of Maxximum Motors, I finally bring my 43-year-old Tamiya RC car back to life. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to Maxximum Motors and part 2 of the 43-year-old RC car build. So you know my channel is known best for Holdens. I am a Canadian Holden guy. But my second passion is RC cars. In fact, I've been into them since the age of probably 12 or 13. I got back into the hobby in 2018 and I have a pretty healthy collection. So as you can see, I have quite a few. I've covered these in a previous episode. But yeah, we're gonna get into it today. We're gonna start the rebuild process of that 43-year-old Tamiya ORV chassis. Let's get into it. So we're gonna start the process of building this thing up and we're gonna have it looking like brand new. Okay, so over the last couple of days, I've been slowly but surely using the ultrasonic parts cleaner and cleaning up parts. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is there's the online manual for this car. So I'm going to be able to bring up the schematics. You know, when you fiddle with them long enough, you kind of know them, but you know, it just helps you with figuring out the sequence of putting it together. These are super well engineered, so everything happens in a certain sequence. You know, and if you follow the directions, you guys know how it goes. Oh yeah, I know how to put it together, and then, you know, it takes you 4 hours, but if you read the manual, it would have taken you 1. Well, it's really no different with these. So here's the gearbox. We're gonna put this together. So, you know, do the bearings need to be replaced? Probably not, but it's one of those while you're in there things. You know, the plan is, of course, to make this perform as best it can for its age, and you know, why not do it, right? So if it can take out a little bit of slop or whatever and tighten things up overall and make it perform better, then we're going to do that. So fresh bearings in, old bearings out. Let's go. It's a little bit fiddly, but we're there. So that's what that is. And then the next thing that happens is this top cover comes on. I think it goes like that. Off camera, I've been having a stroke. Let me explain. So this illustrates how easily this is done. See this guy here? There should be a corresponding one on the other side. Oops. I have spent the last 15-20 minutes searching high and low, going through all these parts bags that I have. I try my best. I mean, look at my table. You know, barely 18 inches by what, 3 foot wide, if that. So things go on the floor a lot. And we're in the process of discussing how I can have a proper like hobby desk. But until that time, here we are. I have looked on the floor, under the sofa, under the chair, and I've come to the realization, and let me show you. This is our bathroom sink, and remember me talking about using the ultrasonic washer? Well, when I dumped out the dirty water, this is where it went. So, I think, because our catch is broken, that piece, I heard something go clank clank, and I'm like, oh my god, what was that? And, you know, I kind of took inventory in the moment of, it sounded metallic, that piece is plastic. And I've looked down the drain. It's not floating at the top. I mean, I could probably figure out a way to get it out if it were. It's gone. So I think that's what ended up happening to it. Now I'll set Amanda on the case when she comes home from work. She's really good at finding stuff, so if it's on the floor, she'll find it. But otherwise I'm screwed, at least for now. Now, the saving grace in the RC car hobby, just like any other hobby, including real cars, having buddies that are like-minded and into the same things you're into is important. So I mentioned Adam before. He's already offered me like a whole diff, and I said to him last night, actually, you know, I want to keep it as original as I can. It kind of adds to the charm of it and all that. But I might have to take him up on that offer, at least for that little part. Otherwise, I'm looking at 3D printing it, sourcing it. You know, it's going to delay our build quite significantly. All right, so in the meantime, we're going to pivot. That's what we do. I'm going to work on the front end of it. I think I can put the two chassis halves together without the diff. You ever had one of those days where just nothing is going your way? Yep. So the mystery thickens. Good news though, first off, Adam just texted me. He's like, yep, got that piece, no problem. I got you, kind of thing. Wicked guy. So that means that, you know, we'll be onwards and upwards with the diff, which is awesome. The next problem. So another part went AWOL, and it may very well be the one that went down the sink because this one's metal. I'm going to put the picture on the screen because there's two of them. One is in the car currently, the other one is AWOL. So I will put the picture up on the screen now. So that little part is a piece that goes in the middle here. As you can see, right here and here, like this is where the frame is cut in half, right? So that little bit that I just showed on screen goes here and here. So it's a piece that sits in the middle of those two, and then a screw goes in here and in here and threads into that metal piece, and then a screw goes on the adjoining sides, and it basically holds it all together. So if you only have one and you don't have the other, then obviously it's a 50% strength, right? So we need it to obviously be as strong as humanly possible. But for now, at least, for me, I have to stop. Because now I'm missing two components, and I can't build up the front end without that metal piece that I just talked about. So it'll just be a few seconds for you, but for me it'll be hours, if not days, before I get back into this. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's 3 days later and we're finally back on the old Tamiya RC car. As I mentioned in the last scene, Adam really stepped up and helped me out in a big way. Let me show you. So not only did I get the stuff that I lost, I got some upgrades. Okay, so this is the bit that I lost. This guy here and this guy here. So the one, this guy here goes in here. See how there's a gap there right now? Well, that's going to tie it all together. This guy here, I got to crack the diff open again, but it will end up going, it actually goes this way. So it will sit inside that metal frame and then poke out here. It's basically there just to hold that shaft, and Adam was kind enough to give me the whole bit. I don't need the whole bit. I'll probably end up giving that back to him. And then he had custom fabricated this shock tower, so this would basically go like here. Right now mine is plastic. I'll show you the comparison. Right, so you get the gist, right? Other pieces he gave me, which are super cool. They're not on the car right now, but they go something like here. and they have to do with the shock brace. And then there's also a reinforcement bit that goes on the trailing arm, which helps to strengthen it too. So we got everything we need to proceed, and then some. So I'm encouraged. We'll get rocking along on this bad boy now. Oh, one other thing I want to show you that I just got this afternoon from my buddies at Team Bluegroove. Let me show you. About a week and a half ago, a buddy of mine at work who's also in RCs, his name is Greg. He's the guy with the Grand National, if you look back to some of my car show episodes. Anyways, we were talking about RCs, and I had mentioned Team Bluegroove, so he ended up buying like a body set from those guys. So John, like they are local to me, so I kind of know them a little bit, and they're super nice people. Small business, you know what I mean? But he said, hey, I've got something for you. Thanks for the referral. So I dropped by there this afternoon, and he's like totally free of charge. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to make out exactly what that is, but that is a WS6 Trans Am. So the 98 through 2002, originally done by HPI. They've been discontinued for a long time. There's the wing. So the wraparound spoiler. So, you know, sometime this year, we're going to do a road car WS6 Trans Am. I did one a long time ago. I painted it blue with the white decals. It came out sick. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided yet. I have a thing for Sunset Orange Metallic, a beautiful burnt orange color. But I have other things in the works for that color. And don't forget, I have a GT3 Porsche that's already Sunset Orange Metallic, kind of. I don't know the name of the color that the Tamiya uses, but I already have one, so I don't know. I was thinking silver. So if you have an idea, you know, what color would you paint, you know, a 4th gen 98 through 2002 WS6 Trans Am, like Firebird, right? Chime in the comments, because I'm open to ideas. And it gets even better. He gave me 2. Go and check out my friends at Team Bluegroove, as well as MCI Racing. So I'm going to put on the screen now both website addresses for both of those companies. Both home-based businesses, super nice people. There's their logo right there. Go check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a couple of challenging days, but we're finally back on the RC project. We're gonna get her done this time around. So, a lot has changed in the apartment in the last 24 hours. To be honest, the last segment there that you saw, I was kind of miserable because that work table just wasn't cutting it right. And I've been struggling with that for 2-3 years now. It's simply a fold-up table from Costco. We live in an apartment, right? So we don't have a ton of room. So, you know, you pivot, you make the best with what you got. Sometimes you adapt. So let me show you what I did for 90 bucks. So Amanda was kind enough to work with me. It's called Compromise, right? And we worked out a workstation area. The table is from Marketplace. That was $50. We had a $50 gift card from Christmas at Walmart. So this chair was like 90 bucks. So it ended up costing me 40. So 50 plus 40, 90 bucks all in, I've got myself a little workstation. So finally things will come together a little bit better for us. Now, I've also plodded on with the car. I just couldn't help myself. I had to keep building even before I had this workstation set up. So underneath that old t-shirt there, I'm about to show you what's going on. Okay, so we're over here at the new work table, and I'm about to kind of unveil, you know, where we're at with this 1983 Tamiya ORV build. It's a Restomod. It's a complete custom. Tamiya did not make a kit exactly like this one. And I got a bunch of stuff to show you, but before I talk about that, I just wanted to mention, unfortunately, our good friend Kelly Metzmaker, who was featured in that video there at Christmas time, him and his family, has fallen ill. So he's gotten pneumonia. He's been in the hospital. He's home now and recovering. Heather is having one heck of a time keeping the guy off his feet because he is such a hard-working dude. You know, medical bills can be very expensive, so our good friend Travis Bell, the showrunner of Outback in the Midwest, has set up a GoFundMe page to support Kelly. So I'm going to put the link in the video description below. If you're so inclined, if you could have a look at that, Travis has done a great job of explaining the situation. And by the way, Kelly himself would never ever ask for help. He's the type of guy who just keeps giving to the community. He's helped me personally. He's helped a number of people in our community in more ways than we could ever imagine. Not telling anyone what to do, but I think it's time to give back. So without further ado, like the t-shirt, drive it, break it, fix it, repeat. We'll unveil this thing. Like I said, I've been moving on with the build off camera, but here we go. So as you can see, it's pretty well done. There's our new custom front bumper, Adam's custom metal shock tower, 3D printed centering servo mount. I'm going to explain what the Meccano is here in a minute. Back here, the differential is completely rebuilt. There is the new dog bone kit. It worked perfectly. So really the only thing left to do is install the motor. I'm super happy with the way it's turning out. Okay, this is My Willy, as in Wild Willy. He is a very well-known, well-renowned Tamiya driver figure. I'm not the best at driver figures, but I think he's pretty good. You can see kind of the dirt on his face. You can see the inner workings of his helmet in red. Those are just pinstripes. There's a patina to the gloves. I think he turned out pretty good. So, and then this, believe it or not, is just like an artist's, what do you call it, like canvas. Just a small little canvas. I kind of ran out of black spray paint here. This would have been white, right? So the next time I have a can of black spray paint, I might just take him apart. He's just screwed down, see? And then I've notched it at the back because that fits in here. I'm going to show you now. So it's Velcroed, right? But it fits nice and snug, like almost perfectly. So I'm trying to do this one-handed, but it's pretty well bang on. So once he's in there, even if the thing tumbles, it's not coming out. There's a couple of Meccano brackets underneath here at the front. Those are just holding it, you know, at the front, but really the sturdy part is at the back. And yeah, there's Willy. So I got one more surprise that you don't even know about yet. Hold on. So one thing that it's always bothered me about this car and this build is the wheel wells. So just the way that they're cut. I was thinking about going in and kind of cutting them out a bit more. And if I think I have to do that, then I will. But I've had an idea for a while. It's been percolating, and I finally executed it on the other side of the car, which I'm about to show you. So check this out. We have wheel flares. So these come from the kind of the rock crawler RC world. These are actually like a heavy gauge rubber, and I did cut down the back one. You can cut them on the ends. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut that one on more of an angle, like say a 45 coming off the body line. You know, you can just do that with a pair of scissors. And just like real flares, like wheel well flares on a truck or a Jeep, you drill holes through and then they bolt through, or fasten through with screws and nuts. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What do you think of the overall build? I think it's pretty dope, to be honest. Like, I mean, check that out. I mean, obviously I stickered it a long time ago, so the Castrol, and you can see the Michelin just barely in here. I'm thinking about taking those off again and then maybe just peeling those stickers. Kind of breaks my heart to do it, but I'm already committed, right? I've already drilled through here, so there's a whole bunch of holes there now. So really all that there's left to do is install the motor, put in the electronics, and finish up the wheel flares. We are going to take it out. It is a beautiful day outside. The sun is shining. Okay, so this is your standard dollar store foam double-sided tape. This is a 3D printed piece that Amanda's brother Peter did for me. This is a 3D printed receiver box. I stuck the Hoonigan sticker on it. Love Ken Block. Rest in peace, buddy. So that black pleat goes in here. So it actually will snap in, but you know, for extra safety and security, we will put a little bit of double-sided tape on the back of this, and then double-sided tape on the top. Then that will rest on there like that, and then we screw down the cover. Once it's all connected, and Bob's your uncle, it will be waterproof. So we're here at historic JC Park in North End St. Catharines. Believe it or not, 200 years ago there were ships going right through here. But we know why we're here. Let's get this thing going. Anyways, it ran out great. This wasn't the best environment for it. I thought it would be plowed, like the walking trail. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of Maxximum Motors. I hope you've been enjoying the RC car content. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my 43-year-old Tamiya ORV RC car, and if you would like to see more content like this in the future. But for now, I gotta go. Amanda's coming home from work, and it's my turn to cook dinner. Until next time, live life to the max, and we'll see you in the next episode. Let's go.